Day 2. Dave took off to Cooktown for a look around over there before coming to meet us at Laura on Battle Camp Road. A 3-party group, Brown Cow, Wayne and Neil, took the main road up to Laura to meet us for lunch. The remainder of the group visited Maytown before going north to Laura for lunch. The first incident of the day occurred even before we left the car park, when Homer found his rear wheel bearings were completely wrecked. Incident counter 2. On the way out to Maytown, Goose broke his GPS mount and then nearly broke himself to the bargain. It was very dry on the way out, much drier than last year, and yet some of the reservoirs around the place still had plenty of water. By about midday, the boys had managed to reach Maytown. Meanwhile, the rest of the guys had actually made it to Laura, and were patiently waiting. And while they're waiting, you get to enjoy some onboard footage from Goose. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew patiently waited.
He's down, man. Yeah, just at the moment then. I noticed that.
Meanwhile at Laura, the rest waited, wondering how many times we could show the same photo without them all getting bored. So on the very last hill climb, the whole of the Maytown track, Goose managed to get himself wedged halfway down a big cliff, waiting for the others, to no effect because they never came back. He then effected a self-rescue and promptly got himself back on track to crash in a huge bulldust hole. So everybody finally made it into Laura at about 3:30, by which time we'd thoroughly run out of time to do the loop that we wanted to do up to Lakefield National Park and round into Musgrave. We wound up doing the straight road, i.e. the developmental road, reaching Musgrave just on nightfall. So how had we fared? David had a great ride out to Cooktown. Wayne and Neil had endured a boring day on the main road, pretty much escorting Peter, who was getting worse and worse with the flu every day. Berkey, Whitey and Homer had enjoyed themselves in Maytown, and meanwhile Goose was plotting horrible revenge on the previous 3 for abandoning him in Maytown. Our incident and accident encounter 2 and 1, but I think more to come.